Good morning, here we are again on the River Glen, a lovely favourite of ours. It's fast becoming a favourite of ours. So the River Glen, we got on at Surfleet Slipway again. It's very popular there, but not this early in the morning. So we came this morning and we met a lovely lady who was open water swimming. Very inspirational, didn't inspire me enough to get in. Now, we only have one microphone, so Katie has to ask for permission to speak. So perhaps if I put the microphone in the middle and we can give her permission to speak, can we?
I really like that lady, she was lovely.
She was, wasn't she? Yes, yeah.
I'd like to be friends with her if she's watching.
Yeah. Hopefully she will watch. We did say to her, of course, ever keen to promote the channel. We did say to her, look it out on YouTube. So if you're watching Lady Who Swims, very well done. Did she inspire you to get in?
Well, it was just funny because we were just quietly put all the kit together, and I just saw this head bobbing along, and I said, "Oh, quick, mate! There's a lady."
There's a lady in the river.
Oh, but just wow! Just what a beautiful feeling on a Sunday morning.
Yeah, absolutely superb, and the sun.
I think she could persuade me.
Oh, well, I think, yeah. When it was hot, when it was really hot, we came along here one week, a couple of weeks ago, and it was really, really hot, and it felt very much like a jumping in kind of place. But it is very popular. A lot of people do come swimming along here, so.
It's very Norfolk Broads vibes. There's lots of lovely properties and really pretty river, loads of wildlife.
Try not to film them too much, 'cause obviously they're people's private houses, but yeah, the dwellings, they come right down to the river, and most of them have done a really, really good job on putting some stuff outside, like seating areas and fire pits and all sorts of things like that. So yeah, once again, absolutely stunning. So we'll come back to you in a bit when we get a little bit further down. Better explain what they are, what you mean by that?
Duckies.
Ducks, yeah, loads.
Loads of nut-nuts, I call them nut-nuts.
Ducks to you and I. So we have now reached the end of the road. I don't know if the camera is picking that up, but in the distance there is the sluice, Surfleet Seas End sluice. So beyond that, beyond those lock gates, beyond that sluice is the tidal elements of the Welland before it goes towards Fosdyke, and then eventually its confluence with the Witham or the Haven, Boston, and out towards the Wash. But that's as far as we can go down here. There we go. So that's as far as we can go, just coming into the sluice gates at Surfleet Seas End. So beyond that, then this meets up with the River Welland and becomes tidal, and then goes out towards Fosdyke, and then eventually for the Welland to become part of the Haven, and finally into the Wash. So there we go. That's the lock gates at Surfleet.
You can hear all the water gushing through.
And what don't I like?
He doesn't like the drains or the sluices. He gets too scared.
I do. I've got this incredible. I don't know if anybody else is. I've got this. I've been no good on a canal because I've got this fear of empty swimming pools and locks. I don't know why, but being on them's fine. But yeah, so we're going to turn round now, aren't we? Yes, we are. Turn round. Turn round, please. Please turn round. I'm going to cut that bit. Yeah, I'm going to cut that bit. Yeah, so we're just turning round now, going on the opposite way. So, but we're just considering where we're going to have a cup of tea, because there's not really.
I've not seen any public moorings. It's just people's houses. So.
Yeah, we might have to have one on the float here. I don't know. Don't know where to have a cup of tea. That is a problem, isn't it?
Find an empty house and just claim it as our own.
Unlikely. So as mentioned, the area to our left here is called Surfleet Reservoir, but you won't, if you look on a map, you won't find like a large body, apart from the rivers and the drains, you won't find a large body of water there. What it is just a place where, in between the rivers and the drains, where water, if it were to flood, water would gather there. That's why it's called Surfleet Reservoir. There we are. Just trying to look at this. Bought a cheap action camera. I've got a DJI. What is it? Pocket 2, which is brilliant. That's obviously on a gimbal, but I've just bought this cheap action camera that goes underwater and stuff. A bit like a cheap version of a GoPro, but it's like 29 quid or something from Amazon. But that's what I'm actually filming this bit on now. So hopefully it's really good quality. I can't believe it's 29 quid, but there we go.
Well, we used it in Antigua.
We did. We used it in a lot of this. Yeah, it's been underwater. It's been in the Caribbean. It's been everywhere. Fabulous bit of kit for 29 quid. It's good. I'm going to try to pronounce the brand Akaso 4K action camera. There we go. Bit of a disaster in the tea making. Somehow Katie has put. I'll have to sack her as tea maker.
Put coffee in the milk.
Put the
one that had the tea bag.
In the tea bag, yeah. So I'll tell you, have you got enough coffee to share? I'll have coffee instead. I don't think that tea bag's going to be. Oh yeah, we'll go on. Okay, I'll have tea cough, whatever then. So we found a well, I don't know. There's the road just up there. You can probably see by that 30-mile-an-hour sign. And there's a sign which probably says private mooring, but there's no house behind there. So we just found this bit of just to tie. We're not getting out, just to tie up. So I better see if I can enjoy me. Just had a sip. Anyway, it's wet and warm, and it's on the river. So what more could you ask for? Just a reminder what a beautiful piece of river this is. It really is. And they've got a golf club on the left-hand side. I should have mentioned that. Perhaps I did. Perhaps I already mentioned it. But on the left of us there is Spalding Golf Club. So I don't play golf myself, but I would imagine that's a fantastic place to to pursue that hobby. Yeah, my old dad, God rest his soul, he lived for the day he could retire and play golf. But, I don't think he ever played here, but I never took the mantle up myself. Well, I've just had a sip, and yeah, it don't taste too bad. I can't really.
You know you've got like when you have coffee, hot chocolate, it's mocha.
Yeah.
Should we come up with a new one for like tea and coffee?
Toffee?
Well,
I think I saw somebody's already got that name, haven't they? Toffee.
If it tasted like toffee.
Coffee? Coffee? I don't know. But it doesn't taste too bad. So coming up in front of us now, hopefully you can see that is a road bridge, and it hasn't always been a road bridge. That's the A16, runs up through Peterborough, through Spalding, and on to Boston. But the A16 hasn't always run there. It used to run through the Spalding town centre, through Pinchbeck and through Gosberton. And that road is still there, for a very interesting road. But this was built in the 1990s on the route of the old railway line, so the long abandoned railway line, abandoned back in the 60s, and they decided to build this new, I say new, 1990s is not that new, but this new piece of road. So while we're coming under this bridge here, which is quite an interesting bridge really, it's quite an impressive bridge. About as impressive as Katie's rowing there, you see. Well, only one of us can do the filming, one of us can do the rowing, so unfortunately she's drawn the short straw here again. So as we come up on the right hand side, as we come under the bridge outside the pub, which I believe is called the Riverside Inn, that is the only building that remains from the old railway station that used to be here. So there we go. So Surfleet railway station used to be here, and now it is just sitting beside a road. So there we go. As we come back round the corner into Surfleet from Surfleet Seas End. So we approach the end of what has been a beautiful paddle this morning. The sun is now fully out, and we're coming back towards the slipway, as you can see in front of us there, hopefully. But what a glorious paddle it's been this morning. We're just saying we've been on the water for an hour and a half now, so that's quite a decent one. I don't know how far it was. Well, it probably wasn't that far. We didn't really rush, and we had a cup of tea. But
7:30 we were on the water.
7:30, so yeah, hour and a half. Just going past now some industry. I think they're flower distributors